building her confidence up right there. Because around the world, people around your circle, people will tell you. Because I had people say, how you gonna do that? How I'm gonna do that? I'm a strong black woman. I'm gonna get up every morning and do what I need to do. And then a lot of times we put everything in front of us. We have no urgency for ourselves. You need to have urgency for yourself. You need to get up in the morning. Like now when I go in my closet, I be saying, child, let me wear all this stuff. Let me put all this stuff on. Because, I'm approaching 70. So how much longer I'm going to have to put it on? You got to have some urgency for yourself. Okay? Take time for yourself and do some things for yourself, And then a lot of times, we waste time. Like this morning, I said, what? You multitask, right? We're good at that, even though we don't give ourselves credit for that. We're great at that. So sometimes as mothers and women, most of the time, we have to multitask. Okay? And most men and people in society don't understand. Do you know how many black women have carried us on their back for us to get to where we are now? And we can't let them down. We got to keep moving. So like Mimi said, this is a sisterhood. We have to start to believe that this is a sisterhood that we're starting to form. We're not going to get our kids back in order unless we all come together. And we're starting to think and say the same things. Like me and my sisters, we're all on the same notes. The children come to us, they be like, man, you said no, she said no, that one said no. Oh my goodness. We might not always get along, but we're on the same note when it comes down to family, when it comes down to finance, when it comes down to disciplining our children. We're all on the same note. So we have to start forming a sisterhood among black women. So when you leave here today, go tell somebody. Tell somebody about this. And let them understand that it really is a connection to other things that can help you be successful in your life. So like I said, I want y'all to take action. You have to take action. You have to step out and take action. Do not be afraid to do that. Do not. I mean, even when you're talking to yourself self-consciously and you're saying to yourself, oh man, like Mimi said, I don't have enough money today. You got to start small and it will elevate. That's one reason why I'm hoping the banker will come, because I want people to form relationships with bankers. I need you to understand, when you walk into the bank and when they say, like my husband told me one day, he said, well, every time I go to that bank, they bugging me. Baby, if you didn't have no money here, they wouldn't be bugging you. They wouldn't be asking you, do you want, Mr. Williams, do you want to? They're asking you that because they know your accounts. They know what you're looking like. Okay? And you have to start small, because I've been at the same bank for 40 years.
Listen.
For 40 years. I know people all the way up from the corporate office, all the way down. And I'm saying that because on the corporate level, my bank give me $15,000 every year for scholarships. Every year. They give $15,000 for scholarships.
Wow.
Okay? So when I walk up, hey, Miss Shirley, I'm in the drive-thru, hey, Miss Shirley, oh, what kind of program y'all got going on over there? Not that I might need it. I just want to know what y'all doing. What y'all got going on? I go up in their office, talk to them, I'm building relationships. Because one thing for sure, their jobs will change. But guess what? The same lady who gave me $15,000, the bank have changed names right now. She went to a whole other company. You know what she called and said? I'm with you forever. So that's why it's important to build relationships, to have those good relationships. And it doesn't even take much. It's just saying hello. I go in the bank sometime, I said, the girl, she said, your bracelet's so beautiful. Oh, here, girl, you want 2 of these bracelets? So now that's my daughter at the bank. So when I need something really important, to know about banking, I call her because I know she's going to tell me the honest truth. You see what I'm saying? So you have to know somebody. You have to get to know somebody. And don't be afraid to apply for no loans. Don't be afraid to do that. Just make sure that you pay them back. Make sure that you be timely with that. But don't be afraid, because sometimes that one loan can change your whole life if you manage properly. Okay? And like I said, set your goals where you know that they're obtainable. I mean, like I said, I wanted to build this building. But guess what? From this building, I built me a home. This was my stepping stone. This helped me to go and do that.
Wow.
And then, like I said, sometime I had a person who went to buy a home, to flip the home, didn't have any consultant with them to tell them about, well, this house is really going to cost you, you're going to pour a lot of money into this home. So do you make a decision with your goals? Do you make a decision and say, you know what? Let me leave that alone and just go and buy a brand new house. Because really, he had to leave that house anyway. Because he didn't have the money to pour into that. So sometimes when you set your goals, you have to kind of learn from the things that you learn. And this project right here taught me so much. You know, then talking to other young women who are home builders have taught me even more. You know what I'm saying? So you have to don't be afraid to talk. And like I said, Jeanette be saying she don't talk, but she have a lot of information. She has a lot of information. You know? So make something happen. Every day you wake up, make something happen in your life. Make it happen. Like I said, don't let life pass you by. You know, I mean, and I say that because for me, I feel like I've had a wonderful life. And I have so much more to do in life. So don't let life just pass you by, okay? So you have to make